So, when you first come into the multiverse, you are brought into your home. And all of this is customizable, well, in terms of the screens, by going to the multiverseonline.io website. Depending on the plan you have, whether that be free or premium, business, or enterprise, that's going to determine the type of content that you can put on here. For a free account, you can upload images. If you have a premium account, you can upload videos. So you have this main screen here. It's a great way to welcome people. I have not edited that yet. But then you also have this concept of doors. These doors can be customized as well by being on the Multiverse Online website. So here, I want you to take note. Whenever you're looking at a door, above it is going to tell you the name of the location. So I can see that 11 Nadia Hill is actually a penthouse that I purchased. If I come back here, this is also multiple screens, but whatever you put here is going to be repeated on all of the screens. You also have another door over here, which can be customized. And when I say customized, I mean when someone points at that door, where it takes them to. So from your home, you have 3 doors that you can customize where it sends people. And then you also have the video or image on the front, as well as the video or image on the back. As people come to your home, you can have like a nice cozy conversation by like sitting at a chair. You can have a maximum of 12 people in what's known as a shard. A shard is just those people that are in the same space where you're able to see them and interact with them. Let's talk about your watch before we start exploring outside of the multiverse, because this is helpful as well. So first things first, when you pull your wrist up, your watch will appear. The first thing you see is me. So under me, home will always bring you back to your home location. So no matter where you are in the multiverse or the Infiniverse, you can always get right back to your home by clicking on home. Friends are those people who you have added on either the Oculus app or within the Multiverse program. Anybody that you see with an info tab is someone who's been identified as very helpful within the app. So if you have questions, I highly recommend that you go and look for those info people. Not that most people in the multiverse aren't helpful, but these people have shown over time that they will assist you with whatever it is that you're trying to do. In order to add friends, you'll see some people saying, I'm trying to find a particular street, add me. You can do that by going to the Oculus mobile app. So on your phone with Oculus, the same way that you're linking your account, there's a social tab where you can add people. And I'll probably insert a video right here to show you where you can go and add friends. So there's a lot of talk about how do I add someone as a friend within the multiverse or even on Oculus. The easiest way to do it within the app is if you're having a conversation with someone, you can click on them. But oftentimes, especially when you're street hunting or someone says they have a particular street and to add them, the way that you do that is through the Oculus app on your phone. So once you get into the app, what you want to do is click on social. And from social, you can click on the little person with the plus sign in the bottom right of the screen, and you can add someone. So my name is SoapLadyZ. Now, it's not going to let me add myself, but when you see someone that you want to add, let's see, is there someone like Lauren, for instance? Maybe it shows you people that you recently interacted with. So this is a great way. Oh, you had a great conversation. You forgot to friend the person. The Oculus app will show you those people that you've interacted with. So if you want to connect with them, you can hit the little plus sign next to the people, and then you'll get a little check mark indicating that that person, you've sent them a friend request. And as you can see, I currently have one. I'm going to go ahead and click the check mark. And now whenever this individual and myself are within the app, I'll see them on my friends tab within the Infiniverse or within the multiverse. So adding people has some benefits, especially when you do it within the Oculus app. One of them, of course, is being able to connect with them within the multiverse. But if you have shared interests, some people I've started having on my leaderboard within Supernatural and other games. You can also have chat conversations. I don't want to have those show up on the video, but you can actually chat with the individuals that you've connected with. And you can also have um, private parties with them. So remember how, or I'm not sure if I said it yet in the video, but sometimes when you're within the space, everyone can hear you unless you're in safe mode, or if you're within a building. But as you're walking the Infiniverse streets, if you have your microphone off, everyone can hear you. However, there is this private party feature. Subscribe, or actually mark in the comments below if you want to show a demo of how to have a private party, so that way you can still interact with just those people who are in your party. So if you're wondering how to add a friend or someone onto the Infiniverse app as well as the Oculus app, you want to come to the Oculus app within the mobile app, click on your social right from down at the bottom. And from there, you're going to click on the little person with the plus sign and type in their name that they have given you. And then make sure you click on the plus sign as well. So I'm just going to cancel that. And then once it's accepted, you'll be able to chat with them and have private parties. My Metaverses is going to tell you any of the metaverses that you have created. So everyone gets their main one, but then you can also create additional metaverses within the app. Then Multiverse is just the standard multiverse, and then the planetarium. My content. So oftentimes you'll see that people have photos, and what they'll do is while they're standing around with people, they'll pull them out and bring them up so that others can see them. The way you do that is by either taking a screenshot and then they go into your photos, or you can upload them from within YouTube, or I said YouTube, or within your Google Drive. I think someone's in here, but I'm not sure who it is. So let's keep going. So you have metaverses. If you have multiple metaverses, depending on where you put the content.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hi, Don. How are you? Oh, see, he left. Then you have the SoapLadyZ metaverse. So this is all of the content that I've loaded to put into the various lobbies that I have, and then any other ones. So it does have that folder structure. So if you can't find it, try looking in your metaverses. Uploads are any of those things that you've uploaded. And then my stream, you are actually able to stream into the Infiniverse. However, you do have to have a business plan or a enterprise plan. They are working on that, so maybe premium will get it, fingers crossed, or some plan in between. Infiniverse Beta is where you would go to see any of the properties that you've purchased. One of the questions that comes up quite a bit is, I just purchased something, how do I get back to it, or how do I find it? That is always going to be under Infiniverse Beta. So when you click there, you'll be able to see them, and they've just released this new scroller here where you're able to kind of scroll through, and it looks like it's in numerical order. So if you know that the property was 3 something, scroll over to your 3s. But hopefully you have a lot of 1s in there, because 1s represent some penthouses sometimes, or many times. And then coming soon are avatars. The next tab over right next to me is people. People is where you can see who is logged in, or even those people that are a part of the platform. So Allison and Dippy are both info people. And then here are some of the other people. When you see a heart next to them, that indicates that they are also your friend and you're connected somehow. Next is home, another way for you to quickly get right back here to your home. Metaverses is where we saw when we were in me, under my metaverses. So it's the same thing, but it allows you to quickly navigate to it. Rooms is very interesting. The top row is going to show you the last 4 places that you visited, and then the rows below that will show you other interesting places that you may consider going. Mute. So you may notice that you may be near some, look at that. Did you see my watch just fly over there? That's the beauty of beta. Some things happen when you're least expecting it. All right, so mute. When you are in Infiniverse and you're walking in public places, people can hear everything going on in your space if you are unmuted. Just remember to unmute yourself when you are speaking to other people within the Infiniverse. Safe mode, on the other hand, hides you. So when you go into places, people can't see you or interact with you. And so you just want to be mindful of that. I typically, when I'm going around to check the value of the properties, I'll have mine muted, and sometimes I'll have my safe mode on. But sometimes I'll keep the safe mode off because people may be interested in some of the locations that I am in. The last thing is the settings. So when you go close to a video, like this one here, you hear the sound. You can actually quiet the video, but that's actually the background sound. But if you're in someone's location, you can quiet those videos so that you don't hear them as loud. Safe zone is very similar to safe mode. Sit down is if you want to go lower. Stand up is if you would like to stand up. Smooth walking. So I'm going to turn it on. And notice how this gives me motion sickness because of the way that it moves around, right? It just, I don't know, my body isn't used to that, so it kind of gets me a little dizzy. Safe mode, on the other hand, smooth walk, on the other hand, kind of gives me the walking feeling where it's step by step and it's not so dizzying. So I typically have my smooth walk turned off. Smooth turn, let's go ahead and turn that on so you can see what that's like when I turn with that on. I do enjoy that, whereas when I turn that off, it's more of like a tap, tap, tap kind of feel. Still don't know what straff is, so I will leave that way. And then another thing is testing your microphone. You can test your microphone as well as your sound at any time by coming into the settings and selecting test microphone. So it's going to show you if you have, and see mine failed because I am muted right now. So let's go ahead and turn my mute off. See how the mute button is now gone? That means that my audio is coming through loud and clear. Let's go back and test that microphone. So it's testing that it has permissions. Your microphone seems to be working properly, but it is muted. Ensure both mute and safe mode are turned off. So I would need to turn that off as well. So let's go back, turn her off, come back to settings, test that microphone, and now we should see all green check marks. And it says we've passed. So let's go ahead and listen. And that's how you will sound to other people within the Infiniverse. So hopefully this helps you at least get acquainted to what there is within the Multiverse home and some of the things you should do as you are just getting your bearings. So when you first come into the game, you're going to identify whether or not you're sitting or standing up. This is the very first place that you will land. And once you land, this is a great time to take a look at your watch and identify, well, which one of my friends are currently online? Maybe you want to join them. If you don't have friends, no worries. You can go to the People tab and see who else is on. You can also see, do you want to have your microphone muted as you first go into the Multiverse, so you can kind of explore a little bit without having the kids or the dog or the cat or the spouse or the TV also streaming into the Multiverse. And then that safe mode, if you kind of just want to be in a very closed bubble and you don't want to interact with other people, that is going to hide you from others in the multiverse and Infiniverse. The one that I did not click on was Emojis. Sometimes you're having conversations with people within the multiverse, and you may want to give them a reaction. So you may not want to interrupt them while they're speaking, but maybe you agree or you're flattered. And then that would go up above your head, indicating your reaction to something that you've seen or heard within the multiverse. Alrighty, so you now have the basics of understanding what your home is all about, where you would go to update your doors, and then also what's on your watch in the multiverse. I hope you have found this helpful. We will do some additional videos on customizing the doors and more so that you can join us in the Infiniverse. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. Let's give you all a thumbs up.